Well, there's always a special feeling when Khamzat Chimaev makes the walk, whether at welterweight or at middleweight. This man has proven to be a real problem and really has lived up to all the hype and then some, dating to his 2020 UFC debut.
It's so hard for you to meet expectation, much less exceed it.
Right.
Khamzat Chimaev has exceeded the expectations set for him when he made his UFC debut. He has been nothing short of a buzzsaw, just going through guys at a rate that not anyone could have expected. What a fantastic fighter we get to watch every time we see Khamzat in the octagon.
And of course, many people harken back to the Gilbert Burns fight in 2022, the consensus fight of that year in which Chimaev was challenged and still rose to the occasion. We'll see how he fares tonight. Doubt him now, folks. Doubt him now. The undisputed UFC middleweight champion, Dricus Du Plessis. And even though, of course, he wanted to beat Israel Adesanya for the title, it ended up being Sean Strickland. This man's the best in the world, and he has had knockers and doubters every step of the way. They knocked his cardio, they knocked his grappling. The man can fight. The man's a born fighter, as are a lot of individuals who grow up in South Africa. And now that he's the champion, in theory, he's 20 to 30% better. We'll see if the incumbent can get dethroned here tonight. Well, so much UFC history has played out here at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Plenty more where that came from tonight. The athletes are ready to go. Our tale of the tape for this middleweight championship fight. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC middleweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Khamzat Chimaev. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, Dricus Du Plessis.
Herb Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready.
All right, here we go. Khamzat Chimaev, with much fanfare, is back as this round gets underway, and not the fight during which to get up and grab a beer. This man usually works quickly, fights as if he's double parked out front, and he believes in this particular matchup that he is going to get a knockout or submission, and it might just happen here early in this round.
Oh, nice takedown defense.
Kick lands. First takedown attempt for the wrestler here, and he's able to get the more well-rounded fighter to the ground. So the striker gets a little bit off balance and pays the ultimate price.
Well, we know this is where this guy wants to be. Now, his opponent is a very good grappler, but this is his wheelhouse. This is where he makes his money, and if he's on the ground on top, he is exactly where he wants to be. He's got to be careful here.
If you're the bottom fighter, DC, what do?
You got to move, you got to shrimp, you got to get up on a hip to try to move your opponent off of you or pull him down to close the space.
Good work from the top here by Du Plessis.
Another strike gets through from the top position. Nice shot there by the champ.
Lands a strike now from the bottom. Nice work there by Khamzat Chimaev. Oh, he's going for a choke here. This could be tough. Oh, that Von Flue choke is tight. Oh, so how about that position over submission as he bails on the side?
I think that's a great job. You gotta make sure you don't end up in a worse position because you're trying to score a submission.
Oh, nice movement to avoid that strike coming down. Well, eventually he's going to try to get up, but he's moving his head pretty well here to avoid damage on the ground.
You don't want to be comfortable on your back, but when you're taken down, you got to make sure you're active, and that's exactly what he's doing.
Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Dricus Du Plessis. Looks like he's got a couple hooks in here, DC, and defensively, you better be careful.
In the half guard.
Du Plessis back in full mount. Just over 2 minutes now to go. And there's the elbow from the top by Du Plessis. Nice positional control here. Oh, the ground and pound strikes continue to rain down. The opponent better move out of harm's way or the referee's gonna stop this.
He better start to move, and when his opponent starts to posture, he needs to put his feet on the hip, push him away to try to escape this very, very dangerous position.
Lands the ground and pound strike here. These ground strikes are starting to add up.
Oh, he passes the half guard now, and he's not posturing to land punches, so look for a submission attempt.
Khamzat Chimaev getting worked here from the top. Let's see if he goes for a sweep to try to get back to his feet. Lands with the ground and pound here. Du Plessis back in full mount. All right, so he can't get it here. Again, good awareness by the defensive fighter.
Let's work. I'll stand this up. You need to work.
Ground and pound keeps coming. Good movement to avoid that damage coming down.
Referee will help you here. Just as the referee will never take a guy out of mount, they will not take a guy off of your back. You have to get him out of this position.
Outstanding ground and pound here. Somewhat of a lost art in MMA, at least in terms of making sure that every strike counts. Not an issue for him.
He's making every single one of them count. He is not pity-patting. He's not touching. Every punch that lands, he wants you to feel it.
Oh, big ground strikes continue to land. Final seconds of round one. Outstanding pressure from top position here by Dricus Du Plessis. 5 minutes in the books.
All right, take a seat, buddy. Breathe. Great round. Great. You're doing great route positioning on the ground. I want more of that. With this round, I need you to stay a little more active.
All right, so for one fighter, the round mercifully comes to an end as we look back at some of the action. What a display of ground and pound.
It's his calling card. It's exactly what he's known for. He's known as a brutal ground and pound fighter, and he showed you just then why he's known as that in the MMA sphere. He's the guy that if he gets you down, he will dominate you with positioning and brutal, nasty ground and pound.
Here we are, early round two. All right, here we go with our next round. And DC, you've spoken a lot about ground and pound skills and how it's a little bit of a lost art in modern day mixed martial arts. Certainly not for this young man.
No, and he does it in the old school way, right? Nowadays, you push a guy to the side of the octagon, they use it as a barrier to get up. Right. Not with this guy. He stuffs your head in the corner, he gains his posture, and he just starts dropping hammers until eventually you're gonna turn to your knees, he'll take your neck and choke you, or he'll just put you back down. It's crazy to watch him dictate his opponent's actions with his power from this position. Not many guys can generate that type of power. You got to go back to guys like Mark Munoz. They used to call him the Filipino smashing machine because he was so good with his ground and pound, and this guy shows that same exact type of approach.
This pace is just absurd, and he has kept it up throughout the fight. Shades of Max Holloway against Calvin Kattar, punches in bunches.
I mean, being there, watching Max Holloway do what he did was super impressive. So to even list this performance alongside that tells you how this guy is fighting tonight.
Du Plessis right back to the full mount. Oh, pinpoint ground strike by him there, and that one opened up a cut.
Yep, got to be very careful there.
All right, he's got the hooks in, DC, working off of his back.
Now look for him to attack the neck of his opponent to try to get the rear choke. Great ground and pound by this man.
All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
Oh, outstanding combination of ground and pound punches here by Du Plessis. Grounded him and pounded him. Nice job. Now inside the closed guard.
And he's gonna try to find ways to pass and move to a submission.
Oh, huge hammer fist landing now.
It's over, you can't take these punches, you gotta move. You gotta escape or he's gonna finish the fight.
Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Dricus Du Plessis. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Dricus Du Plessis. These ground strikes really started to add up. There's another one.
Great job being busy off of his back. Lands a beautiful strike from the bottom.
Du Plessis, ground and pound from half guard now. Might be a submission attempt here, champ.
I mean, you cannot sit in a full guard. When you sit in the full guard, you give these guys so many opportunities.
All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position. 90 seconds now in round two. Oh, this is getting kind of hard to watch, right? He targets the cut and lands a strike right on it.
Where are your hands?
Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Du Plessis. Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start. Big right hook there by the champ.
1 minute to go in round two.
He's got that arm triangle. Watch him pass to the opposite side. It looks real tight. He'll drop his weight to try to finish his technique.
Oh, that's gotta be it. That's tight. Oh, he got out.
He actually bridged, got his hips up in the air, used his momentum to take him back towards his opponent's feet, chest down to the mat to get out of that deep submission attempt.
Lands, that's as good a punch as he's thrown all night.
The punch that lands down the middle, the one that you... Again.
10 seconds to go in the round. Khamzat Chimaev gets the single leg takedown. Well played. 10 minutes in the books. All right, we're going to stay with him and follow him back to the corner to the stool because that is a really severe cut that he is dealing with. We'll see if the cut man can stem the bleeding here.
The ref wants to stop it. I need you to get out there and be aggressive. Don't be stupid.
All right, so the cut man attends to the fighter who has essentially been rendered a one-eyed fighter at this point in time. Some replays from the previous round.
No defensive intent, no defensive intensity. No attention to his defense, and this costing him. Now he's dealing with a massive cut over his eye, and that's going to make it hard for him to see. He's got to change something, man. He's got to.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Here we go, third round of this championship fight. Oh!
He's got him hurt. He's got to start looking for finish.
strike to the body, really starting to pile up these body shots here in the latter stages of this fight. You didn't see a lot of that in the earlier rounds, making up for lost time here. Well, we may have the best cut men and women in the business, but I'm not sure they're going to be able to do much with that cut. It continues to widen with every passing strike.
And you're fighting a great fighter. It's hard to deal with the damage of the cut while dealing with the level of the fighter in front of you. Right now, you have got to do something different to try and change the way that this fight is playing out. He's got to start throwing now.
All right, DC, half guard position here. You've done a lot of good work in this spot in your career.
Oh, man, I love this position, and you see this fighter today loves it too. It is the most secure position in fighting. You get an underhook on one side, you keep a half guard on the other, and then you just go to work. It's the safest position, especially for a wrestler.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Khamzat Chimaev.
Oh, he's got to be careful there, yep.
Under 3 minutes now to go in the round.
Scramble, pummel out, get yourself up in a good position, a better position.
Beautiful ground strikes landed.
This is some exhausting work, man.
I mean, it is so tiring to be fighting in this way. So much wrestling, so much grappling, expending all this energy trying to hold the guy down. I mean, no takedown is not fought. No reversal is not fought. Everything they're doing is fought to the very last minute before it gets given up.
Work to get back in the guard now.
About 2 minutes here to go in round 3. Well, he continues to manhandle him here on the ground. Chimaev's really pressing now, and he's got his opponent's belly flat on the mat. All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape, or maybe look for a Kimura here.
Chimaev's right back to the full mount here.
Now he's got a good body position, yup. Oh, nice.
Relentless pressure from the top by Khamzat Chimaev. All right, less than a minute here to go now in round 3.
Hey, scramble, get up. Scramble, scramble, get up.
Oh, he got to his spot.
And now he's got the back. Well, this is some serious pressure from the top by Chimaev.
Now into his mouth.
Drop those elbows.
20 seconds left.
Don't let him put him down. You keep on your side.
Well, this is a tough fighter to buck off. Very good pressure and work here by Khamzat Chimaev.
10 seconds.
All right, that's 3 rounds in the books. We are headed to the championship rounds.
All right, take a seat for me, bud. Deep breath in through that nose. Relax. Okay, I need you to go out this round, and I need you to do better. You have to stay off your back.
All right, a lot of highlights from which to choose over those previous 5 minutes, DC. Let's take a look at the replay.
Yeah, and for all the good that he did in that round, it was the punching that really led to him really taking control of the fight. He did a great job finding his shot over and over again.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Fourth round now, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, so here we go. You can feel the tension. Fourth round is underway. We'll see who has the upper hand here.
You feel it inside of the arena. The fighters feel it inside of the octagon. It's powerful. The energy is crazy because you understand that in the next 10 minutes, someone's going to get a belt strapped around their waist. It's amazing. Oh, nice double leg, yes. Beautiful takedown lands.
Now drops inside that closed guard, DC.
Full guard. Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
Landing strikes nicely here from top position. Another ground and pound strike lands.
He passed the half guard.
Well, at this point, I would use the word critical to describe the condition of that eye. Not looking good, champ.
No, he's beat up. He's been battered, he's been bruised. He got cut early in the fight, and you understood that if he didn't change something, it would get much worse. He didn't change anything, and now we're here. Great shot from the top position.
Oh, and he's able to land a strike there from the bottom. Nicely done by Du Plessis. Gonna try to take his opponents back here, and he does.
Oh, nice headlock.
Oh, that rear naked choke is tight. Du Plessis' cheek looks like it's cut here, starting to bleed a little bit now.
Changing the position.
All right, side control now, DC. When you get side control in a fight, what are you looking at?
When I get to the side control in the fight, and I believe this young man should do the same thing, it's secure first. Grab everything in tight. Make sure your elbows are in. Make sure you've got something locked in so your opponent doesn't just squirm away. Punch short punches, but try to make the opponent make a choice. Either he turns back into you, you take your front headlock, or he turns in the opposite direction, you throw your hook in, and you start looking to get a choke off.
Well, it's been a wild fight thus far, perhaps a contender for some bonus money at fight's end. These guys are gonna have to dig deep. They're both hurt.
They're both hurt. You expected it, though. You expected a close fight. You did not expect a war like this, though, where both guys... What a beautiful uppercut. It landed beautifully. Perfect placement on that shot.
Du Plessis' hook shot there looked pretty good, but blocked by the defense. All right, well, good news is he rocked him. Bad news is he wasn't able to finish the job, and now his opponent's back in the fight.
I mean, you don't get those out. Oh, he's stuck in the guillotine.
All right, so now going to position over submission as he bails on the sub.
Nice transition. The way to stay aware and stay safe defensively.
Under a minute now to go. All right, operating inside the closed guard now. Trying to guard pass here, not today.
No, it ain't happening. Good job understanding the transitions.
So wisely, he continues to attack that area that is cut wide open. When you were fighting, was that something you would do? You see a cut, try to attack it?
It's like a target.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to get your hands on that cut. You want to punch him in it. You want to elbow him in it. And look at him attack in the arm triangle on the other side. He's gonna lock him down, try to pass all the way across his body. Once he gets across, he will start to drop his chest to the mat and chase the finish.
Oh, so how about that? The offensive fighter bails on the submission now.
Very smart. You gotta keep position over submission.
Time.
20 minutes in the can, 5 to go.
Stop.
Well, you got to think some bonus money is coming the way of these two athletes at night's end, and remarkably, they've both been able to stay in the fight despite absorbing a shit ton of damage.
I mean, the amount of damage that these two have taken in this fight is crazy. They've been able to stand on a coin and go toe-for-toe in the middle of the octagon.
And as usual, they gave our replay guys in the truck a lot to work with.
Yeah, a lot to work with because neither one of them have tried to use defense. They're proving how tough they are, but they really aren't using the skills that will allow for them to be fighting for a long time. You gotta keep moving your head. You cannot take these type of heavy strikes so frequently.
And it looked like maybe one of those coaches thought about getting involved. They're gonna be watching the action closely as these two absolute warriors and damaged athletes try to get the upper hand in this next round.
You ready to fight? Ready.
It is the 5th and final round. Missed with that attempt. Chimaev's really bleeding now. That cut is only getting worse. Oh, huge shot finds the target there.
Great shot lands. Now he's got to go find that follow-up attempt. The kill shot is what they call it to go and end the fight.
Beautiful level change.
He passes to half.
Well, he's more than content to work off of his back, DC, where he has been a magician in his UFC career. So I'm gonna hit you and then you hit me. Back and forth we go. This is one of the best fights I've called all year.
Yeah, one of the best fights. And the blood, the injuries only add to the intrigue. It only adds to who's gonna continue down the path and get the hand raised. Both of these guys are so tough. They really have laid it on the line.
Lands with the ground and pound. Another ground and pound strike gets home.
Full side control now.
The cut men on both sides have done an outstanding job keeping these guys in this fight.
These are big shots, and they're not glancing blows. When he's throwing, he is landing so clean that his head is studding off the mat.
Good, solid strike on the ground.
Mount this guy.
Side control.
Let's work. I'm going to stand this up.
Oh, he is a bloody mess as another strike gets through right on that cut.
He's doing a really good job putting himself in position.
Under 3 minutes now to go round 5.
Move those hips and get up. Scramble and go.
Takes his back now.
Nice shots landing from the top position.
Chimaev is able to flatten him out now. This could be real trouble now. And there it is, another strike gets through on the ground. Chimaev's back in full mount. All right, so he's got the ground and pound game going here. 2 minutes now to go in this one.
You need to work. I'll stand this up. Let's work.
He's got to be careful here.
That was nice.
Ooh, right into side control, DC.
This is where you want to be now because you get to make your opponent decide. If they try to turn back into you, you can attack guillotine. If they turn away to try to get to your knees, you throw your hooks in and you got all your rear choke submissions.
Down the stretch we come, final round, and what a fight, what a performance on both sides. They'll be feeling it tomorrow, but unbelievable will and fortitude on display tonight.
I mean, this is what we as fight fans love. To see two fighters out there battered and bruised, bloody, have been in an absolute war, but neither of them willing to take a step back and give up. I don't know who's gonna win this fight, but I do know I am very happy that I was able to call it.
All right, side control now, DC. You know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
A lot of tricks.
A lot of top pressure being applied here. Chimaev's back in side control here. Final 10 seconds of the fight. Good work from the top here by Chimaev. Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is considered a split draw.
All right, so off the record, you'd like the champion to get it done tonight, and that is how it played out, and still UFC middleweight champion. Congratulations are in order.
It makes you feel like you know what you're talking about, when in reality you don't. But this guy makes me feel like a professional because it's hard to bet against him. Congratulations once again, champ.
Too humble, champ. Just too humble.